Hey there guys, and welcome to How to Make a Video with your host, Dameol. This is something that has come up recently on Discord, and I thought I'd actually just make a explanatory video on what actually goes into the process of making a video. What goes on, like, under the hood, so to speak. So, what you're looking at right now is my secondary computer, what I call my streaming computer, because whenever I actually stream, the game is actually being played on either the PlayStation or the Wii U or my main computer, one of the three. This computer does all the work. When I'm not streaming, though, it also is what's actually doing the recording, because why would I split that up? I'm not going to make my main computer both play the game and record it, because that just makes the game not run as well. So, division of labor and all that. There are two windows you see here. You've got, this window here, and then this one over here. So, this one, the bigger white one, that actually has, you can see the scene, and then the scene, and the scene, and the scene going down, is the auditory filter. You might notice down here, this right here is off. It is completely grayed out. That is the desktop sound. It is anything that's coming from the computer, and basically, this window's job is to completely ignore any of the game sounds. The only thing it cares about is my audio right there. So, as I talk, you can see the audio bar jumping up and down, back and forth, and saying, hey, yeah, it's recording my voice. Why is that relevant? Because right over here, you can see is the Live Gamer Portable. This is a separate program that is hooked into my capture card, and effectively is very, very specifically recording the game. And of course, over here you see the audio coming in from the HDMI, the game sounds. If I wanted to, I could change that to audio in order to get the my mic, but I don't want to. It's set up this way very, very intentionally. That way, whenever I finish, I can actually specifically tune the audio levels back and forth, and I'll have my game sounds occurring on one of the two recordings, with my audio on a separate one, so if I'm too loud, I can reduce myself. If the game is too loud, I can reduce it. Speaking of which, I should mention, the most recent thing I did play was Tales of Xillia, and the PlayStation is terrible about being way too frickin' loud, which is why the volume is set to -4 out of a possible -5. Oh my gosh, you've got to lower that so much. So, that's just sort of the background. Whenever I'm recording, I've got the first thing to kind of understand when I'm trying to, fix stuff and, things go wrong and I can fix it really easily. This is the big reason why, because I actually have two separate sources I'm getting the game from. So if something goes wrong, I have two chances to fix it. So, obviously I'm not going to show the process of actually recording the game, because that would be silly. You guys kind of see what happens when I record the game, but let me go ahead and jump over to my main computer. Why are we at my main computer? Well, before we can actually get to the process of making the video, we have to make the intro and the outro. Would it make more sense to have all the intro and outro stuff on the same computer that's going to be making the video? It absolutely would. However, going back years, I don't actually, back when I was very first starting this, and up until about, 3 years ago or so, I didn't have a second computer. It was just not a thing that was hooked up. And so I just had one, and a lot of my archive stuff is still just over here, and I've never bothered to transfer it over. Because you know what? It gets the job done. So, what do? We open up. That's not in that one. Intros and outros. Xillia in. This is our most recent Xillia intro. Go ahead and change you to Xillia number 3. Because, obviously, the intro is super easy to update. MPEG 4, a lot of stuff you may or may not really know, 24 bits, 19, and I can change this. Let's say I want it to be, a much higher quality picture, I can set it to it. I really don't, because YouTube doesn't get much beyond this. YouTube will downscale it if I leave it at that. So it goes like that. It says, hey, you've already got a file called Xillia in, and absolutely I do have a file called Xillia in. That was the last intro I did. Go ahead and replace that one. You'll see it pretty quickly moves across and makes our new intro. Bamskis. Obviously, this is what you see when you very first load up the episode, because it's amazing. So, once that is done, Awesome sword fight that unfortunately gets cut in the middle, because I'd like to actually leave the intro being at most, you know, about 19 seconds long, almost 20. I think if your intro gets more than 20 seconds, you know, people want to watch the video. The intro just kind of gets them in the mood and hyped up, and it also sort of helps as okay, a new video is starting, rather than just kind of like cold casting. You click on the video and just instantly I'm in the middle of it, and you're like, whoa, okay, what's happening again? It just sort of, you know, it serves as a very nice end marker. Especially if people are like watching the playlist, it really kind of keeps things under control. But we also need to do the outro. The outro takes a lot more effort than the intro. Please make sure you save it. I have made that mistake before where I'm like, no, don't save it, and then I end up with 2 episode 3s. So there's our outro. Very, very nice picture. I love that. You don't usually get to see it quite as clearly. And we had Abyss and Symphonia last time. We don't want them this time. This time, so, in episode 1 we had Vesperia and, what did we have? Because I'm surprised, I would have thought it was Vesperia and Abyss. I guess it must have been Vesperia and Graces. So in this last one we will do Zestiria, but first we have to pick which part of Zestiria do we want. And if I remember correctly, we want right there, with Mikleo coming out of Soray's back. Go ahead and drag that out to be the correct length. Make sure the end frame isn't stupid. Nope, it works pretty well. And then you've got to get it dead on target. You want that to look like it naturally fits in the frame. And every once in a while, yeah, like this, the frame is actually slightly missized. Again, I could change the frame, but I always forget to. So you end up making that fit. You also, please, 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 remember to mute it. You do not want Zestiria's music playing along with Zillia's music. Although they're both awesome games, their music was not designed to be played together. And then lastly, because we've done Abyss, we've done Graces, we've done Symphonia, the only one we haven't done is Dawn of the New World. And where even would that be? Was that here? No, that's still Symphonia. Where is Dawn? Is it actually called Dawn? No. Graces, Symphonia, Abyss, Vesperia, Zillia, Zestiria. Huh. Do I not have Dawn loaded in? I am a terrible person. I could have sworn I did. Super confused now, guys. Oh, well, I will look into that. Because Dawn is not available, we will go ahead and put Persona 3 in there, because Persona 3 was my very first Let's Play, and it's awesome. So for Persona 3, I specifically usually take the original intro. Why? Because the Answer has a lot of stuff from the Answer. You know, if you take the updated FES intro. And since I have both of them, I do actually like... Wait, is that... I remember its opening is a little bit slow. I don't think I actually want that. I think I would much rather its intro... And again, this is just like a stylistic choice, because that doesn't move a whole lot. I think that's a better place to start, because you just have a lot more movement going on. Nothing looks worse than just static stuff going through. Yeah, that is a great end for Persona 3. Because you're immediately like, well, what is happening with that? What is that game about? That game is about awesome things. If you haven't played Persona 3, you should go play Persona 3. Again, we want to go over here and say, make sure to mute it. And then lastly, right down here, we probably want these to actually reflect the actual games they are. So, Tales of Zestiria and Persona 3 FES. But not the Answer, because I'm going to link to the actual Persona 3 on that one. And Zillia out, going to OneDrive, that is awesome. Now you may be wondering, why do I have going to OneDrive? For those of you that don't have multiple computers and don't really use it, OneDrive is basically Microsoft's cloud thing, where you can save things to your cloud and access from other computers, which very obviously, since I have two different computers that I use to do this, is important. Let's jump back to the streaming computer real quick while that's processing. So this will look familiar to you. What we need to do is we need to pull in our different audio files. First of all, let's go ahead and grab a copy of Stream 4, I think it is. Yep, there we are with Tales of Zestiria. Xillia. And one thing you'll notice if I play this, hey guys, and welcome. Oh, I did not mean to stop that. No, continue playing it. Continue playing it. Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Xillia Blind. Wow. For some reason, So, I'm not going to play the whole thing, obviously, but one thing you'll notice is that, just like I said, that is the audio file. We also need to log in the game file, which again, if I play this one, and again, just like we talked about before, this one is purely the game music. No, my commentary is nowhere to be found. And then lastly, let's go ahead and go out to OneDrive. You'll see that OneDrive is loading Xillia out, but that we are absolutely fine to start with Xillia in. That is working okay. So, mute that one, because we've got one in the audio track. So between these two files, as you can see when I go back and forth between them, they don't look bad, but this one looks better, because it was recorded at slightly higher quality. And what we want to do is we want to get the two files dead even. So what I usually do is I will always start recording from a menu like that, just so whenever I'm doing this I can say, okay, I want there. You can see a very, very clear distinction right there. Right whenever the menu is gone and it comes up very, very, very strong. Different games do different things for that. Sometimes you can't get as clear a distinction. I know Baton Kaitos was really terrible because it like cross-faded between, and you'd have to like pick like the last one where you can see the Baton Kaitos symbol in the middle of the menu, and you would just have to like watch for the exact frame where that disappeared. It was really hard. This one is not too bad. So, then you've got this in the middle, and there it's flipped back. So again, we want to back away until the exact frame where the menu comes up. Or more specifically, the exact frame goes away. So that move forward one frame, boom. That's where we start. The entire point of this is to get the commentary perfectly synced with the game. Now, we also want to go ahead and actually have the commentary be an audio file, because we don't really want it in the middle of the episode the whole time. That would be terrible. And then we'll go ahead, if you play this right now, it'll do this. Not very great. Welcome back. Also, holy crap, that was loud. Why are you so loud, my friend? Back yourself off to 50% volume, please. Holy wow. Much better. And then we'll go ahead and bring in a crossfade. And lastly, we do want to tell it specifically crossfade, because it will pick something at random. Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of... Now you'll notice, I started talking before it really fully crossfaded, so let's move that back a bit. I do like there not to be a big delay, but I do want it actually be on me before I start talking. Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of... Perfect, exactly what I want. Now this particular episode of Tales of Xillia is really, really good, in that there wasn't a lot of cutting to be done. If you haven't seen this, then you might want to. I know I ended the episode around here, and then there was one more scene I want to put in. So, this is where it really, 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 kind of fluctuates as to how much work you have to do. Because what you need to do is figure out precisely where your cuts have to be. This is also why it's a really good idea to do this almost instantly after you finish recording, so you can remember what was done. So, I know that I actually end the episode around here. So why are some of them... Oh, okay, the light blue ones must mean I picked up a sparkle. So again, obviously that's me talking in the episode. Math symbol. Open treasure chest. Got it. Got it. I've not picked this up yet. So in just a second, I should actually end the episode, if I remember correctly, and pick up a sparkle do. I hope. Alright, let's loot this place clean. Because that's what heroes do. Anyway, I will go ahead and end the episode here unless something else happens. All I'm really planning to do is go back and save that save point we found. But I don't think you guys necessarily need to sit here and watch me open a bunch of treasure boxes. But if you really want to, well, too bad, I'm ending the episode. Oops, I forgot I said that. Video my rules. See you next. God dang it! Next time, guys. So, obviously when that happens, you need to split the clip, because there is actually something that happens just a tiny bit later that's relevant. So I end up ending the episode before I was really ready to end the episode. So there's a battle that gets cut out. Because again, you guys know me, I try not to have them too long over 40 minutes. Don't need that in there. Okay. So right there, down here at the bottom, you can see, hey, a skit came up. So I do actually want that skit to be in the episode. Now, you guys have watched a lot of my videos. You know that some of them are like cutting out battles like a madman, and then other of them kind of go straight through with very little edits. I'm glad this one doesn't have a huge amount of editing, but I am glad to also have one in there so you can just sort of see the process that is involved whenever that happens. Again, this one will pick something random. I actually think it picks crossfade, which is kind of awesome. But I'll have to make sure. And again, anytime you make a change, listen to it. My video, my rules. See you next time, guys. You seem to know your... Perfect. That was... I don't like it when the crossfade actually involves both people talking. And then at the end, let's look at this. More about this. It's starting to ground him, and I like it a lot. Okay, so... a little bit at the end, but possibly a little bit too much. Split that out. Split that out. Kill those. And we should now be good to go ahead and grab Zilia out from here. Zilia out. Alright. And this time we're actually going to use a fade to black, because if you guys have watched my videos, then you know it very much goes like that. Awesome. That is exactly what I wanted to do. Fantabulous. So, with all of that done, we'll go ahead and create this. Again, same settings, because YouTube does not really allow you to... I mean, it's not that I could upload, you know, the highest quality video in the world, but YouTube wouldn't really let it stick around. And it would take forever. Go ahead and name it Zilia. It's going to say that already exists. Of course it does. That's the last episode. Replace it. And boom, there you go. So, the one thing that, I'm not going to show the actual process of it rendering, because it will take like an hour and a half, and I cannot fill that much dead time. But what will happen is that I'm going to go ahead and render this, upload this. We're going to fade to right after it finishes uploading to YouTube, so you can also see the process for, you know, doing the annotations. The annotations is the only other thing that's kind of involved, because, hey, I want you to know what's involved. Anyway, see ya in just a little bit, guys. Hey there, guys, and welcome back. Our video has now finished rendering. It has been uploaded. It is live on YouTube, except it is not yet able to be seen by you guys. So let's finish that. Let's go ahead and show you the very last bit of the work that has to be done in order to get it out to you. So, first of all, you've got all the different thumbnails that I never use because I like my thumbnails to be very consistent. So this is TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is an awesome free thing that you can download. And the only thing, it has a whole lot of stuff. Bulk copy annotations, bulk copy in-screen information, share tracker, video, I mean, a whole bunch of things. The only thing I actually use for it is thumbnail generator, because it does this job really, really well. Boom. Thankfully, the way this is set up, hi kitty, the very, very first frame is exactly the one that I want. Blammers. So, go ahead and say that is a good thumbnail, because I like it. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in ya. You're the best around. Alright. Cool beans there. Then we just want to say, let's play Tales of Zillia Blind, episode 03. Now I have to remember what happened in that episode. Escaping from home. In this episode, our heroic hero bravely runs away, and so unknown horizon. I may go ahead and make that a little bit better before I actually finish this, but if not, just something to give a slight little aside. I don't think I necessarily need to show you guys the process for doing that. Obviously, you want to put some tags in there, so Tales of Zillia, Dameol, commentary. We do absolutely want to turn monetization on. Got to make my $20 a month. Woo! Not $20 a video, $20 a month. Let me be very clear about that. And, oh, Tales of Zillia does not have a playlist yet. Normally at this point I would put it on a playlist, but I haven't actually, since this is video number 3, I haven't actually made a playlist yet. My bad. Kitty! And lastly, let's go ahead and schedule this guy. So, I want this going up on Wednesday the 21st at 9 a.m. And then the very last thing that I'm going to show you. Again, thank you for staying this long. I don't know how much of you care, but if you do, that's awesome. Well, actually, let me talk a little bit about the end screen. The end screen is a really cool thing that YouTube put in that doesn't actually work. Because, like the end screen, I could go in and say, hey, let's go ahead and... Cat, shut up. Let's go ahead and get the... What the hell? Oh, playlist, that's why. Let's go ahead and get the Tales of Zestiria playlist. That sounds like a good idea. Well, first of all, it doesn't look... Oh, maybe it does. Maybe I'm just too far down. So where is Tales of Zestiria? There it is. Go ahead. And then it puts the playlist here. But the problem is, it's this static image of a playlist. As it plays, it just sits there. Which is stupid. Why would I have it do that when if I didn't have it do that? Yeah, leave. I don't actually want that there at all. If I don't have it do that, then it actually has moving images and looks just 7 times as better. 7 times as better. Wow, I am super, super, super talented. Oh, and if you back up, it gets really confused. I had some, childhood friends, and the community grew up in. But yeah, as far as I can tell, Jude has nobody.
That's odd.
So I want to know more about this. It's starting to ground him, and I like it a lot. It's like playing through my speaker, even though I've got a headphone. Oh, because I'm dumb. I had it backwards. Okay. Sorry if you could hear the double there. I did not mean for that to happen. So, but regardless, I got slightly off topic there. The end screen is something YouTube put in there in order to make it work better on mobile, but they just really screwed it up. And they made it so it doesn't really work. So what we really want is we want this to overlay the end screen. Seriously, be quiet. I'm trying to record. Holy crap. I don't know why my cat... I swear, my cat will be quiet the entire time until I start recording. And then all of a sudden, it's the end of the world. You have to pay attention to me right now. No, I don't. I'm doing stuff, kitty. So, we've got that. We do want it to only play at this part of the video. Link that so that if you actually click on this, it goes to the right place. And lastly, we want to turn that black. That way, when it's just playing, you don't really notice it as much. It's not like this big, bulky, here's a white thing you can click on. Because I find that something that is distracting. If you want to click on it, it works. If you don't want to click on it, then don't click on it. It's fine. It's cool. Persona 3, same thing goes there. And then, of course, there's a subscribe. The subscribe will also link as well. I'm not going to... Well, I might show this. It depends on how long I ramble on, because you guys know how I do. That is a very brief look at the process of making a video. If you care about this, then hopefully you saw it. If you don't care about this, hopefully you didn't watch this whole time, because I respect your time. And this is something that enough people had kind of talked about how they don't know what the process is, that I thought it would be helpful to see. But obviously this is not one of my normal videos, so yeah, if you didn't watch this, then you're not listening to this anyway, so it literally doesn't matter. The last thing that I will say is that this did come out of a discussion that happened on my Discord, and so just to throw it out there for people that did stick around this whole time, stop, I do not care about freaking ads. If you want to be on my Discord, if you want, to see the things that we're talking about and all that, if you look down in the description of this video, there will be a 24-hour link that will make this work correctly, that will allow you to get into Discord. If you don't care about Discord, then by all means, don't click the link. It's fine. And if you didn't watch this whole through, then you have missed your chance. I don't mean to be super exacting and be like, you must watch my videos as soon as they come out or you don't get the link. But I also don't want this just staying up forever and letting, absolutely every person that ever comes across this video to join Discord. I do want it to only be the people that are actively subscribed to me, actively watching me, and actively want to be part of the community. Because if you don't do that, then it just doesn't work. There we are. There's all of our stuff. Go ahead and save that. And yeah. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., this is being published. It is awesome. I am going to stop recording while I go and find out what this cat's big problem is. Holy crap. I am super sorry. I don't know what the cat is doing, but obviously the cat thinks it's super important. See you next time, guys.